Hey folks! The world continues to be a big icy ball of madness, but the Leafs are playing games. Big win versus the Senators last night. We're going to break it all down for you right here on the OZone.
You're in the offensive zone, your place for Leafs hockey.
Hey folks, welcome to the OZone. That's Coach. That's KD. I'm the Devo. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyways, we're here at the OZone to talk all things Leafs. There's hockey, folks. Real Leafs hockey. They look pretty good, too. Muzzin was a last-minute scratch, but they relied on their big weapons. You know, Brody, Mikheyev, Hall. Wait, what? Anyways, what did you see last night, KD? Let's get right into it.
Yeah, it was as far as the good goes, depth of scoring. We maybe got some confidence, the guys who desperately need it. I think I talked last podcast about Muzzin and Hall struggling. The good was Mikheyev scoring multiple goals, looked fantastic. Hall looked good. I thought Riley was a pillar back there, looked very, very solid. I thought, the good was everyone seemed to be in there. The top line didn't score, but they looked great. That's the good. I will point out this is a non-playoff team who played their worst game of the year. So we need to manage the expectations. I won't give out a DKI award because we didn't need it. Like, we just rolled over a team that played dead from the beginning. But, sometimes, when you see boxers, young boxers, they fight stiffs at the beginning of their careers to build their confidence. And hopefully this is a confidence builder for the guys who desperately needed it.
Yeah, that's a great point. Ottawa was playing pretty well. I will say this: it's nice to play them without their families in the audience. Maybe when they come to Toronto. Coach, what happened? What'd you like?
Yeah, we should say R.I.P. Betty White. Tough to see her go. As you know, she was a subscriber. Big fan of the DKI award. So
she'll be missed. She'll be missed.
So what I like, well, what wouldn't you like? It's a 6-0 win. Yeah. And that team usually plays us hard. We talked about it. I mean, it was great. I got to tell you, I was just happy there was hockey back. There's 18 days between Leaf games. I actually cried tears of joy. And Mrs. Coach took a pic. So here it is. Oh, wait. Nope, that's not it. That's 2013. Boston. That was a tough loss. Oh, here's one. No, this was Washington. Actually happy in this one. Remember that? We were a young team on the rise. We had the best coach in the league. Everything was great. And then, it looks like she put the whole roll in here. This is Boston. And then this is Boston. And then this is Columbus. How do we lose that series against Columbus? And then, obviously, this one I don't really want to talk about. That's Montreal. You want to know how tough that loss was. Think about getting the old coach in the fetal position like this. That was not easy. But here I am. Here, this was last night. Tears of joy. It was fantastic. It was great to see the boys. There was a little rust, but hey, everything was great. Hey, one other thing I wanted to say that I liked. So we got obviously a burgeoning list of subscribers. I'm sure you fellas are the same way. I got a couple of gifts from our subscribers over the holidays. Wow. So here's one here. This is a picture of Coach with a little Leaf thing. This is from our subscriber from Toronto, Jessica Adams. Handmade. Really nice job.
Done. Well
done. Then up in the hills, boys, Erin, Ontario. Kim DeRoos sent me this. There's a little Leaf cup here.
Wow.
That's great. It's got my name on it, too, and it's lovely for a morning Caesar. So enjoy. Hey, we really appreciate you subscribers. Thanks a lot for everything. And, we got a milestone coming up here, I think, that we'll celebrate. Hopefully we get there quick.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, what a game last night. I mean, when Hall scores the game winner and looks like this, and then 65 scores one, I fell out of my chair. And I looked like this. so it was
priceless.
It was quite an effort all around. It was a weird game, as KD said. You know, Riley looked like a stay-at-home defenseman. We had Muzzin out, but Riley kind of took over that role, and then Brody went off. The third line maybe won't stay together for much longer if 65 keeps playing that way, but the league is sort of officially on notice. You know, if you want to shut down Marner and Matthews, there are still lots of ways to lose. And Campbell wasn't really tested too badly, but shutouts are shutouts in the NHL. So gotta like that. Was there anything you didn't like? We'll start with you, Coach.
Yeah, a couple things I didn't like. I mean, not really about the game, but I didn't like that it was scheduled against the Winter Classic. I like to watch that one New Year's Day, usually with maybe a couple of these, nursing a bit of a headache. But, you know, that was a night game. Would have liked that to be on its own. I didn't like the weather either. I sent you guys a picture. I was watching your Irish. Here's one, you know, and it was 70 degrees out here. And by the time the Leafs rolled around, it was below freezing. I didn't like that. I liked it much better with first half Marcus Freeman before he turned into Ty Willingham in the second half. So, come on, boys. You talk about the Irish all day. I had to chirp you a little bit. But here's something I really don't like. Okay, Jack Campbell. Here's his stats from calendar year 21. Led the league in goals against. Led the league in save percentage. Okay, so here's what I don't like. When does it stop being a small sample size? The guy can play. He just passed Vesa Toskala and Jonas Gustafsson on the list of Leafs for most shutouts. I mean, you know, that's rarefied air.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, like, he can really play. And when we did our predictions for this game, I had them Ottawa scoring 1. I think you guys were a little higher because I was confident Campbell was going to play. He's on a roll. The 18 days didn't bother him. I mean, just we're crossing our fingers that we get some goaltending in the playoffs. But he sure looks the part. Yeah. I'm pretty fired up about our chances there.
Yeah, no, it's true. And the schedule kind of lays out nice and soft, certainly this week. You know, they have another game on Wednesday and then another on Saturday. It's not like they're coming back and they got 9 games in a row. So if they can pile up some wins early, then hopefully they can rely on Mrazek being back 100% and maybe pulling some wins out later in the season and keeping Campbell fresh. Mm-hmm. Katie, what didn't you like about yesterday?
Well, I'm going to go back to it again. They went to their strong sides on the power play. They even mentioned it. The commentators mentioned it. And you watched that first power, maybe the second power play, full control, lots of opportunities, and the defense was easy, like, to block the shots, to take the shooting zones and passes away. It drives me crazy. And they did that the whole game when they were I think they scored their second power play, scored on a rush. So they end up scoring 1, but they have to sort this out. It absolutely drives me crazy. I watched the same night. You know, all the big power plays around the league. You know, Draisaitl, he has 13 goals, one-timers on his off wing on the power play. 13. You know, and how many does Ovechkin have? Like, they have to sort this out. They can't be stubborn. It drives me crazy.
It's maddening because talk about a sample size. As Coach was saying before, we had a pretty good sample size there. It was November. Yeah. They played on their off wings in November, and their power play was lights out. What is happening?
Yeah. Okay, so you know what's changed, right? And I hate to say it, because my brother's going to have to head up to Thornhill again, drop a present off at Paul Marner's place. But what's changed is Marner. So you wonder if he gets in and says, "Nah, I don't want to go play over there. I want to play on my right side." Because they were rolling when he was out.
Yeah.
They had Nylander on one side, Matthews on the other. It's infuriating when they set up their power play like that. It really is. It's dumb. It's like when Rocky fought Creed and Mick made him go not southpaw. Yeah, they're trying to rope-a-dope and trick people. It's not working.
Yeah, and it's never going to work. It's always going to be defendable. So they need to switch that. As far as that's the bad. As far as the ugly was Hall's face. after Sandin decided to do a Chuck Norris and break down the door on poor Wall's face, or Hall's face, but it could have been a lot worse. I mean, that had the makings of one of those YouTube sensations. So I'm happy he got through it with just the nose plugs.
Yeah. Well, not only did he get through it, maybe it woke him up. I mean, he scored the game winner.
Maybe woke him out of the stumper. Yeah. So that was so it worked out good. Again, it was they rolled. I guess the good news about this whole story is they didn't play down to their opponents. They put them out of their misery, put their foot on their throat, and choked them out early and often. So that part was great. And hey, I brought this out. We have two players with soup as their nickname. So we have to maybe I'll chug this at the end of the end of the pod.
And they were both stars.
Instead of
they were both stars.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, for me, I didn't have anything that I really didn't like. I mean, I guess 34 and 16 not showing up on a pretty crowded score sheet is one thing, but they didn't need them, so it's not a big deal. I guess the one thing that really bothers me, and this is more than just yesterday, it really goes back to the fall, is anytime KD makes any predictions on football, I pay for it. Let's take a look at predictions now that we're on the subject. We got the Oilers coming in on Wednesday. We may have time for an update before then, but let's discuss this week looking forward. Coach, what are you seeing?
I think I'll be real quick. I think we hold our breath from now till Wednesday and hope this game goes. They don't postpone it for whatever reason. You just never know, right? But I'd like to get back into a flow. We took the 18 days. Now let's get back to it a little bit because we're stocked, right? We talked about it last one. We're all good. Muzzin will get back. Liljegren can get back. Biega was good too. We're stacked. This is the great. This is the good lineup. But I think Mrazek's going to play, and so I think the Oilers are going to score. I can't pick more than one goal against when Campbell plays. But I think if Mrazek plays, I'm calling a 5-4 win. I'm calling some fireworks. Edmonton is shaky. Back end. Yeah. And actually, Kev, you pointed this out last night on the text. Matthews has better advanced stats even than McDavid. Now, McDavid's the best player on the planet. Let's not screw around with that.
Right.
Yeah.
But, actually when he's on the ice, they give up more than when Matthews is on the ice. He's playing a great 200-foot game. I'm calling a 5-4 win.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good call. Katie, what do you got?
Edmonton's in free fall here. They are really struggling. I watched some of their game last night, and they stink. They're getting no help from depth scoring. Now, that's like holding your breath. Who knows? Maybe they step up. They always can. McDavid always plays great against Toronto. But I think Leafs beat them 5-2. I think Mrazek's going to play pretty good. They're not getting that scoring, so we'll give McDavid and Draisaitl their 2 points, and then I think the Leafs roll.
Do we know Mrazek's in net for sure?
I'm just guessing. I mean, guessing. He's been off for a long time too. I think we got to get him going.
Yeah. Well, the Oilers are skidding. I mean, KD said it. They have some guys banged up, too. I think Kazian's still in the protocol. He might be out by then. But I suspect the Leafs will have Muzzin back, probably Liljegren back, too, out of the protocol. So they have a pretty good lineup. They match up offensively pretty evenly with the Oilers. As Kev said, they've probably got better scoring depth. But the Oilers on their back end is just... it's tough to watch. And they're giving up brutal goals all the time. So I'm calling a 4-1 win. I think 65 scores again to keep his 50-goal season pace going. And and we keep the Campbell Soup subscription going as well.
It'll be nice to see a game where McDavid isn't the fastest guy in the ice.
Yeah.
Because that's Mikheyev. That guy has speed to burn.
Yeah.
It's true. There you have it, folks. Hit subscribe. Get your friends to subscribe. Hey, call your mom. Get her on board. Get Uncle Ricky out. Give them the gift of the Ozone, We're just glad to have Leafs hockey back. We're happy to have you back with us right here on the Ozone.